Hey there, it's Amy here from crazybeautiful.com. I'm going to just share with you what was supposed to be my live presentation last night, but I could not get my encoder to work, and it's just technology that eluded me, and I apologize to anyone that was waiting for that. So after about an hour, I just gave up and decided to record this for you today. So here's the new catalog that's coming out June 2nd. I'm not allowed to show you what's on the inside, but I'm going to show you some of the new products that I was able to pre-order. Starting with this stamp set called Friendly Wishes. This one is going to be great for Emboss Resist, which is something I'm going to do this morning. And it's also going to be great for doing the faux chalkboard technique, just because these are nice solid words. And I think you're going to also like to use your markers and your blender pens on this stamp set, because there's some cute images as well as words and some images that are in the grouping of words. So again, lots of potential here with this new stamp set. And today I'm just going to show you, I'm going to throw down my wax paper. We're going to do just a quick Emboss Resist. I was thinking of ways to incorporate end of the year gifts. So what I did is I just cut some bookmarks, and I'm going to take this stamp set. Now it just barely fits on my 2-inch bookmark here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it upside down. Okay, so ink it up with your Versamark, then just take this and line it up. I want room for a hole on the top, and I want to punch my new banner on the bottom. So just line it up like that so you can make sure that you got it all. And then I'm going to emboss this with white, which I've already done, and I punched my hole. So we're going to grab our aqua painter and our new Watermelon Wonder ink pad. Get a little bit of it in the lid. Oh, that was a lot. These are really juicy ink pads when you first get them, so keep that in mind. I'm going to do an ombre effect, so I want to wet down the bottom of my bookmark because that's where I want the lightest ink, and I'm going to really just start up here with the darker ink and just let it run out as you go down. And you can go over it as much as you want. I think that's going to be good. Set that aside to dry. Let me introduce you to the Banner Triple Punch. This has 3 different guides for you, a 2-inch, a 1.5, and a 1-inch. And you can even put in smaller sizes. So today we're going to use it for the 2-inch. But I will tell you, I do still flip mine over. You can see there's about 1/4 of an inch past the banner that it's cutting, and that is totally fine. You can slide it in till it stops and go ahead and punch. You can also pull it back a little bit so it doesn't cut off that extra amount. I'm really not too concerned about that extra amount today. So I'm just gonna punch it like that, and I'm gonna set that aside. I will add a little bit of this new trim. It comes in the 5 new in colors, and it's actually quite a bit thicker than it looks in the catalog preview. So this is Watermelon Wonder, and it's kind of like a lace trim, so very pretty. And tie that with a little bit of twine, and you have yourself a nice ombre Emboss Resist bookmark. The next stamp set that I'm going to feature today is called I Think You're Great. This one will be good for emboss resist. It will be great for inking and spritzing with your spritzer tool. It will be fun for the kiss technique. I'll show you that today with a little bit of a twist on it. And these are also going to be fun for backgrounds and different coloring. Overall, a lot of fun with your inks, your re-inkers and stamp sets. So, and this will also be great for just everyday occasions cards. Just take a piece of scrap paper here today and these two stamps. I'll be using the Mint Macaron, which is how I learned how to pronounce it from Stampin' Up's Catalog Premier and Island Indigo. So I think that this new mint color is a really nice green, but it's kind of a grayish color. That's going to be inked on that ink pad, and this is going to be inked on this ink pad. Now I'm doing, I think I'm going to call it either inked kissing technique or like a double inked technique. What we're going to do is we're going to ink both of these up, make sure they're nice and evenly done, and then we're going to just take the one and carefully stamp it onto the other. Okay, when you bring it up, what you have, I'll show you when I stamp it, you'll see. Give it a second to let the ink soak in. And you have really kind of a cool background, but the words are still white. Just think of all the time I'm saving because I can cut out some of this extra time in editing my video. So there are bonuses, I guess, to not doing a live feed. I'm just going to put a little rectangle of my snail adhesive, and this is again that ribbon trim. Okay, this is the Mint Macaron dotted lace trim, and if you have the Stampin' trimmer with the rotary blade, you can easily cut fabric and ribbon on that. So I just snipped off the scallop edge of mine and adhered it down, and then I'm gonna just take in between and add a couple of my little dimensionals because I want my circle to stick to the paper and not to the ribbon. There you go. I'm just gonna grab a couple sequins from here in this bluish green tone and add them on to finish my card. I kind of like the stars. So another option for this would be your Star Borders Punch. We are getting some new sequins in the new catalog, as well as several new colors of sequin trim. I'll be photographing these and posting them on my blog too, so you can get a closer look at all my finished products. Okay, the last stamp set that I'm going to feature today is called Sprinkles of Life. It has so many different options for creating a cupcake, creating an ice cream cone, creating a tree. Those are just the beginning, and so many cute little greetings and sayings for the outside or inside of your card. And the great thing about this is that it coordinates with a punch. Everyone loves our punches. Hey, look it, there's me. Huh. And so what you're gonna get here is you'll be able to punch out the top, you'll be able to punch out the tree, the apple or cherry, little birdie, flower, teardrop, or flame, raindrop, lots of options. So I am going to make one card with it, and then I'm going to show you a couple others that I also made. Then as far as techniques for this card, you're definitely going to be able to use your markers and your blender pens, and just the fact that it coordinates with the punch really extends the use of the stamp set. I'm going to use this paper for my card today. It's the Bohemian Designer Series paper, and it has a lot of really rich, bright colors. So that was one of the options that we could pre-order. So I'm going to start out pointing out that this is very vanilla, and what I did is for my little banner that I'm going to make, I stamped and embossed the birthday candle. Part of my type A is just that I don't like it to be bright white if I'm using very vanilla. So I just took a little bit of my dauber that has Hello Honey on it and darkened it a little bit, okay? You don't need to do that. It's just my personality kind of requires that. So I'm going to stick this in upside down even, and just show you how you can punch a small little banner. There we go. And I'm going to trim this off real quick. I got a little bit too much yellow on there. It looks like my candle's glowing, so that's okay. We're going to be using the Delightful Dijon, which is a new color, and Tip Top Taupe. Okay, I'm going to stamp this initially onto my 2.5 inch circle with the ice cream cone bottom, okay? They're photopolymer stamps, so you're going to be able to see right through them where you want to go. And then I'm going to just grab my blender pen and a little bit of the ink for this color. And you can just take and blend what's here, which is fine. I'm going to bring a little bit in with my blender pen and just kind of shade the sides so that it kind of looks like the cone is rounded at the edges. Remember, with your blender pen, you don't want to let it soak too much into the paper so it doesn't cause a little bit of pilling or peeling. So I'm just going to color that and then wipe your blender pen clean. Okay, I just switched out my card base because I wanted it to be Tip Top Taupe to match my ice cream cone here. And I'm going to banner cut the bottom of this. And I'm just going to slide it up a tiny bit. I don't want to lose too much on this patterned paper. That's really pretty right there. But I think I'm going to go for the bold chevron there. And I made several cards with the same sketch. I'm going to start with my lightest color, Delightful Dijon, and using the what looks like a cloud stamp. And I'm just going to stamp color on color with the 3 of these different colors. So Bermuda Island Indigo and Blackberry Bliss. And you can just wipe it off or run it under cold water to clean it off between stamps. Now that blackberry, just so you know, is going to stain your stamp a little bit, but it won't affect the quality of your stamping. Okay, so to attach these, I am just going to add some snail adhesive on the base scoop, and then if you want, as you go up, you can add this with either glue dots or dimensionals. I'm going to add this one with the dimensional to give it that extra bit of pop on the top here. There we go. I'm just going to add that with my dimensionals as well. So if you want to line this, you can. And these are the note card size. Here are some others that I made as well. So again, I will photograph these and put them on my blog. This one I especially like, the money can't buy happiness, but it can buy cupcakes, and that's kind of the same thing. So the stamp is super cute because it just has all sorts of options with it. Another product, I just want to show you a couple of the accessories. I'm not using these today. I have to think about them a little bit. These are in color embellishments. They're called the Blossom Accents, and they're pretty thick, so they would be great for 3D projects like boxes and bags. Then this is our cotton assortment paper. It comes in cucumber crush, Bermuda Bay crushed curry, and watermelon wonder. So these are basically like tissue paper. They're shiny and really fun to use, so they will be used, I'm sure, for flowers in my studio, amongst other things. So stay tuned for some projects with that. So thank you so much for watching today. Again, I'm really sorry for those of you that tuned in for my live feed and that didn't work, but you know, I won't give up, and maybe it'll work next time for me. And I hope you love some of the new products and add them to your wish list for June 2nd's catalog release. Have a great day. Bye.